Item 10C, adopt a resolution extending library hours of operation from 1 to 5 p.m., the existing now from 1 to 5 p.m. to 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Fridays.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and council members. Thank you. My name is Tim Wallace. I'm the Library Services Division Manager. The resolution before you this evening proposes to open the library an additional 3 hours on Fridays. Prior to 2010, the library was open 59 hours a week, including Fridays 10 to 6. In 2010, due to a significant decline in general fund revenues, the library's budget for part-time employees was significantly reduced. This budget reduction resulted in the library reducing its open hours by 12 per week, bringing the total open hours down to 47 a week, which is still the amount that the library is open. As part of this reduction, Friday hours were cut to 1 to 5. This evening's resolution would restore a portion of the hours that were eliminated in 2010. The proposed new Friday hours are 10 to 5. Opening at 1 o'clock on Fridays has been problematic since the reduced hours were implemented. 1 o'clock is significantly later opening time than any other day of the week. This causes confusion amongst our patrons. Even today, 5 years after its implementation, staff observes a steady stream of people walking up to the library's doors on Fridays between 10 and 1, expecting the doors to open. One of the most regular complaints that staff receives is the fact that we open so late on Fridays. There are several Fridays during the school year that Parkside Middle School has an early release time. Students begin arriving outside the library at about 12:30 on those Fridays. They, along with the rest of the public, must wait until 1 o'clock when the library opens to enter. By opening early, those students would be allowed to enter as soon as they arrive. By opening on Fridays at 10 o'clock, the library would have just 2 sets of open hours for the public to remember. Monday through Thursday, 11 to 8, Fridays and Saturdays, 10 to 5. If approved, staff would advertise this change of hours through our monthly newsletter, department Facebook page, cable television channel 1, the city's website, media outlets such as Patch and San Mateo County Times, and internal signage and flyers. There's sufficient funding in the current operating budget to open these additional 3 hours. This concludes my report regarding Friday hours. However, I'd like to take a moment to highlight a couple of our current programs. The library is wrapping up a very...
Can we do that, Mark?
I was told that was allowed.
Tim, we don't see you a lot, so please feel welcome.
So
Take all the time you need.
Okay.
Hey, Tim, why don't you highlight some special programs?
Okay. So the library's wrapping up a very successful summer reading program. We had 1,941 children sign up for summer reading, which significantly tops our old record that we set last year, which was 1,361. We also collaborated with the Recreation Division this summer to provide their youngest campers with weekly story times and their older campers with science programs, including water conservation and a science fair. Currently, we're seeking volunteers for our homework center, which will reopen for the new school year on September 8th. We will have a volunteer training this Friday, August 28th at 4 o'clock. Anyone interested in volunteering should contact the library for more information. I'd be happy to take any questions you have at this time. Middle school math.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to indicate that one of the programs that Tim Wallace didn't tell you about was the program in which kids who have difficulty reading read to dogs that are supplied by the Peninsula Humane Society.
Wow.
And that was a program that Tim worked very hard to get to the library, and I understand has been very successful.
Great.
Tim,
like fun.
I was unaware of that, and may I say there's a lady at work, she's the mother, and she has her dog, Delta, and when she explained that to me, I thought that was the neatest thing, and there's a little pack that they put on and all this, and so that's great. So thank you for thinking of something new and outside the box, and I appreciate that, and thank you for your impromptu highlights of the library. So I think you already answered my question, which was the money is already in the 15-16 budget for it.
Yes, that's
And about
correct.
how much is it for the
About
3 hours?
10,500.
And the money's already there. So why do we need a resolution? Why don't we just change the hours?
The primary reason for the resolution is to document the change.
Okay.
Through the chair.
Irene?
Thank you. I too was not aware of the dog part, but did you put that on a link in the library? You have pictures? It's a fabulous program.
Yeah, we have taken pictures. I'm not sure if it's on the website. I'll look into that.
Okay, yeah, you guys need to beef that stuff up a little.
Yeah.
But I have a fundamental question. Is there any reason not to have just 11 o'clock opening and move the later opening till 6? Instead of opening 11 and then 10 on Friday and Saturday, is there a reason not to open 11 every single day and then stay open 1 hour later on Fridays and Saturdays?
We could do that. Our thinking was that to keep the hours consistent and simple, just to have those 2 sets of hours.
But this would give you one set of hour. So
Yeah.
this would give you 11 o'clock every single day, plus 1 more hour on Friday, and I know people don't get back from work until 5 or a little bit after, who would appreciate coming in on Friday night, getting a movie or a DVD or a book and for their
Yeah.
weekend.
Our past experience was that the number of patrons that come in on Fridays after 5 o'clock really tailed off. So I guess people are busy on Friday nights and don't visit the library as much. So that was our experience.
Okay.
Okay, anything else? Would anyone like to introduce the resolution?
I'll introduce the resolution. I'm excited we have more hours. Thank you.
Councilmember O'Connell.
Aye.
Councilmember Medina.
Aye.
Councilmember Ibera.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Salazar.
Aye.
Mayor Ruane.
Aye.